All right, everybody, take a breath for a minute. You good? You good? I know it's probably gonna. It'll have been a bit of time by the time this video comes out, but wow, wow, man. The last time I literally said, if Russ and Beal could both have good games at the same time, you probably have a chance of winning. And they both had insane games. And yet at the same time, we also got contributions from the bench, which allowed us to pull off probably the greatest victory of the season. And I guess it seems to be a trend now with us and the Nets seemingly having these insanely close games that are so unnecessarily stressful. My God, the years of my life that no longer exist because of this game is probably multiple, but it was so much fun. And one of the best things that you can take away from this is that Russ most likely can keep playing like this. The threes, I don't know, but wow. Okay, so let's try to understand how we got here, because at first it wasn't this good. It wasn't this exciting. It wasn't this hype. At first we were down like 10 immediately. Scott Brooks ran through about 3 timeouts in the span of what seemed like a second, because the Nets were just torching us. And since they're not exactly a good defensive team, and we're not a good defensive team, it's pretty much natural that we both would not guard each other. The score was 149 to 146. Like, this is not a game for the faint of heart or a game for anyone who likes defense. But here's something that it reminded me of, and it reminded me of the Wizards from last year, where our offense being so high, scoring so much, was actually something of a weapon instead of sort of being an empty stat where it's like, yeah, well, you guys score a lot, you're number one offense. Well, we didn't really run and gun, and in this it felt like we were attacking constantly, and it was without warning, without fail. Mo Wagner came in and revitalized us, because the minute that the Nets went up about like 20 or however much they went up, Mo Wagner came in the game and just immediately just dunking all over everything. Sir, Jesus. At one point, I think it was the third quarter, correct me if I'm wrong, future me, but the third quarter, he fixed a Russ mistake, which was Russ just pulled up, missed. Russ got the offensive rebound, threw it to Mo, and Mo hit the shot, and it's like, is this happening? Is this real life? Are we actually competing here? And the scary thing is that was the third quarter, so naturally, as a Wizards fan, everyone is conditioned to understand that even though we will keep it close, normally we lose these kind of games, but apparently the Nets, just when they face us, we will force them to make mistakes. So we get to the fourth quarter, and it's a contentious game. There's fouls happening, everyone's stressed out, scoring is happening, and next thing you know, there's like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, however many seconds left, and it looks like we're going to lose this game. Pretty much, Kyrie hits a shot, and he hits a shot, I think, from like the same spot that, or at least a similar spot that KD had missed his shot against us in the previous game, and you're like, here we go. You feel the tire. If your heart was a tire, it is deflating at this point when he hits that shot, because as a Wizards fan, it's so familiar. You've seen that same shot happen over and over again, and then we try to hit something and it's just a brick. It's just a brick. Occasionally we've hit game winners, but wow. So Kyrie hits the shot. You're like, all right, I guess it's another game. Let's just pack it up. We're done. And then the craziest thing happens. We come back down. We miss 2 shots. I think Russ, I'm like, and this is the yes, no with Russ, right? He gets the ball. You're like, okay, we just need to. No. Beal actually got an ISO. He gave Durant a little bit of the slip and slide, but he misses the bunny. Russ gets the rebound. He goes for 3, clanks it, and it bounces off Bertan's hands, out of bounds. And you're like, this game is over. Oh my God, why are we so bad? And all of the existential questions that start to come and start to just, the frustration starts to rise again. And you're just like, why did you do this? And then somehow Nirvana, basketball, Nirvana. If you're a Wizards fan, if you're a Nets fan, that was the worst way for that to end. Jeff Green misses a couple free throws. He misses a free throw. And then hits one. So we're within 3. I'm probably confusing this due to my excitement because I'm recording this right after the game. I typically record these right after the game. He misses a free throw, and I think that's when Russ took his 3, missed it, and then when Brad came back down, he hit a 3, and it was from very far, and that felt like a Hail Mary. Like that was like if God exists, this man has humor, or he's just not a Nets fan. Because Beal hits that 3, and you're thinking, wait a second. But it's also, you're a Wizards fan. You're like, we probably still gonna lose this somehow. Garrison freaking Matthews comes in the clutch with the best steal. The Wizards did a defensive thing, and it was good, and it was timely, and it helped. And he gets the steal. He throws it to Russ. Russ takes the 3, and you're like, no, swish. And suddenly, in about a millisecond, we go from depressed to excited to jubilant to joyous. And we're up. And then, because, again, this game just had to be the most stressful game of all time, but the best Wizards win this entire season will probably see, because if we somehow manage to outdo this, I will probably have to get my blood pressure checked. My God. So we just have to get a stop. I think it was like, 2 seconds? 4 seconds left. It was 4 seconds. Russell gets the steal on the inbound again, but when he throws it back out, it hits the thing, so it goes out of bounds. So now there's 2 seconds. Timothy Luwawu-Cabarrot manages to just slide in he manages to slide in and get this layup, but he misses. And then there's just, I didn't know what was happening after. I was like, did we foul? Oh my God, this is so Wizards. Wait, we didn't foul? What's happening? Okay, so like it was a travel on huh? And there's all this confusion, like, because at first the guys think they win the game. Like, Russ is like, yes, we won, we did it. But like, the game has not finished because, again, just no let up. No let up. Why? Why can't the refs just give it up? So, of course, somehow, Bradley's shooting free throws, even though apparently at some point it could have been Russ shooting free throws. Brad hits both of them. And it's like, okay, we're up 3 again. Oh my God. Whew. Woosah. Calm. Wait, there's still time on the clock. We still have to guard them one more time. And we managed to just stop that. We managed to keep it. Like, Joe Harris had to like chuck a Hail Mary to Kevin Durant, and he had to take a turnaround, step-legged fadeaway in about a 0.7 of a second. So we won this game, and it comes at such a good time, this W, because if you don't want to look at the X's and O's, I tried to do that last time because I was like, I just don't want to think about Beal getting traded every 5 seconds because it's kind of annoying. I'm not gonna lie. I get the motive behind it, but the morality of this game and what it does for the team is it energizes the team in a way. Russ even said in the post game that he now is healthy, and if this is how he's playing, if this is how he keeps playing, and if we can maybe not have games like this where we can just we can win by more than like 3 points. Like, we can maybe close some games out. It'd be pretty fun. If he's playing like this trade stops being painful, and he stops having that potential washed up thing that was definitely going around and was definitely a thing that people were pondering when it came to him, especially when you looked at the stats and you looked at his play and all these things that seemingly were colliding with the potential for the Wizards to win games. Now, of course, you have, like I said, the bench coming out, Mo Wagner bringing that energy. Why didn't we pick up his rookie option? Seriously? That just seems really simple, because if he keeps playing like this, we're now going to have to pay him more. So Tommy Shepard, not Smart move. I feel like you should just pick up these options, get them for the cheap, because we already are hurting for talent, as very much so. Ish Smith, dude, that's like, with Raul Neto gone, Ish Smith coming like that, I'm down for it. Getting contributions from the bench, if anything, is great. I don't think Bertans, I feel like Bertans was invisible again, but I might have just, in all the chaos, I might be just not misremembering. Excuse me. It was just cool. We got a victory. It was this one was somehow more intense than the last Nets game. We managed to outdo ourselves. Also, the Nets were missing James Harden. I know that's a thing. That's a component. They were missing James Harden, but like, I'm gonna keep it a $150. I don't care. I don't care. You still have Kyrie and KD. You should at least be able to do something. And we don't have like a godly center, so it's not like the Nets were at a disadvantage. They just this entire game. This entire game was whew. It'd be super cool if Russ keeps playing like this while Brad is still torching the Nets, and like we get just any kind of contributions from the bench, and maybe Bertans starts hitting shots a little more consistently. Like, dude, I'll take it. I love this team. I have many positive emotions towards this team in this moment and in prior moments I have had it. And I think that, if, like I said, it's just very intense game, and we came out the other side with the victory. And I think that this will definitely give the team a boost after dealing with a very heartbreaking injury with Thomas Bryant and dealing with the in and out of COVID. Although, like I said, I don't want to give that too much credit, because there are some games that they were still within reach, but there is something to be said for that. I know Rui was talking about how it mentally had affected him, but he had a clutch three. I almost forgot. Rui was hitting clutch threes too. Good God, this game was just wow, man. I'm just happy we got the dub. So like, it'd be cool if we keep doing that, and if we keep playing like this, where we're just fighting, where we're just giving a crap, and we're not getting murdered. Like, this should show to the team, hey, if you try, you can do it. Of course, we also still have a very bad coach, so like, we win in spite of him a lot. But disregarding all that, let's just enjoy this victory until February 2nd, when we have to play the Portland Trailblazers. Hopefully Damian Lillard doesn't feel like taking any bad shots. Luckily, we don't have Paul George on the team, but we do have Russ. Hopefully we win that. But I'm enjoying this one. This is the best win of the Wizards season, hands down. I legitimately don't think I don't think you can outdo this one. That was so much fun, man. That's so much fun. It's just so much fun. Well, this guy says, looks like Wizards can torch Nets, but can they blaze new trails? That's something. That's something to be said. There's something to be said for the ability to blaze new trails. Can this victory be the trail towards more victories? May the Wizards blaze on. Blaze more teams. Hotbox more teams. Go Wizards.